So, I am a little bit nervous to record this. Not nervous, but more shy. Um, I know I'm supposed to be doing like these words, and I use the Bible a lot so that I can have an online presence and get the word out there. Um, Help bring people to God. Um, I feel like right now, with not knowing where my Bible is, maybe God's urging me to start relying on my own intuition and um, my own connection, my own spiritual connection. Um, so here it goes. He's been speaking to me lately about fasting. A lot of us right now are stuck in like a state of stagnation, and we don't see any movement. And God is asking many of us to fast, and you'll know if it's you because you'll start seeing that word around like fasting, or you'll start hearing about fasting more often. Um, a lot of times, like we have things that we can't give up. For me, social media is a big impact in my life, and especially since I'm able to earn off of like certain social media platforms. So I spend a little bit more time probably than I should on those social media platforms. Um, but God wants us to show Him that we care more about our connection with God than we do our connection with the world. So He's asking a lot of us to be able to give up the things that are important to us. Not permanently, of course. You know, some of us maybe permanently, but it just depends on what you're fasting from. Some people fast from food, some people fast from coffee, some people fast from people, some people fast from social media. Um, it all depends on the individual. Like, what is it that you feel like you tend to put before your relationship with God? With me, that's social media in a sense. So I've been called to fast from social media. Now, in terms of how long, I have no idea how long my fast is supposed to be for. I'm taking it daily and trying to put my relationship with God in the forefront. Um, so this video is a video for those who are being called to fast. This is your confirmation that this is something that God wants you to do. Fast the things that you find important that you can't give up. Is that social media? Is that coffee? What's important to you? What do you feel like you're putting before your relationship with God? That's probably where you should start your fast. Maybe God's telling you give it up for an hour, a day, 3 days, 5 days, a week, a month. I know I've done fasts before with like social media. I fasted social media for like a month, and then it led to like end up 3 months or more. Um, with me, social media is like my connection to the outside world, especially being sick in bed a lot. Like it's just me and my kids here and their dad and my animals. So a lot of times I feel a little bit isolated, and social media gives me a chance to connect with people. And a lot of people who are on social media tend to be in the same position to me as I am, like sick in bed or, having health issues, and they don't get out and they don't get to socialize. So if you get to get out and socialize, don't take that for granted. Don't take your health for granted, because there's so many people who struggle with health issues. Um, but right now, I'm noticing a lot of like stagnation in my own life, and like wanting certain things for my property or for my ministry, and I'm not seeing any movement. Um, there's been some things that I've been praying for a very long time, and I haven't seen movement on it, and I've given it to God, and I'm waiting on it. But sometimes we fast so that we can see more movement, and we connect with God more so in terms of the things that we want to see movement on, if that makes sense, I guess. Um, yeah. So if you're finding yourself like you're addicted to coffee and you have to have your coffee, Maybe God's asking you to give up the coffee. Um, Maybe even just for a day, you know. What is it that you need to give up for a bit? What is it that's keeping you from your relationship with God? Maybe ask yourself that. So this is your call to look into fasting. Maybe do a little bit of research in terms of what it is. If you're fasting food, if you're fasting people, if you're fasting reaching out to people, if you're fasting, maybe somebody who's not good for you, and you continue to have that person in your life, and maybe God's asking you to give that person up, whatever that means. I don't know, but this is your call to fast.